aviators. And so, if you take away the Navy SEALs, all his like little gadgets and guns, and if they don't fight in the water, we have
All his
advantage.
little gadgets. Like his rocket launcher and night vision goggles. You sound like Shane Gillis.
All his little fucking toys or whatever.
Like drone strike that can wipe out an entire city.
Hello and welcome back to Ramblings of a Mad Guy. It's me, Reese, and I'm here with my friend.
This is your pilot speaking.
I'm here with my co-pilot, Captain Jake, wearing the aviators inside, as per usual.
Of course.
How's it going, Jake? How's it?
Good.
I mean,
Speaking of the glasses, I was at a bar last weekend, and the bartender was like pointing at my glasses. I ordered like a bunch of beer.
Yeah.
And the bartender was pointing at my glasses and was like, "Glasses." I was like, "Oh yeah, thanks, man."
Thanks.
Thinking he's saying it. He was like, "You need to take those off.
What?
You got to take the glasses off. It's like a rule." And I was like,
You did what?
"Really?" I was like, "Really?" And he was like, "Yep, it's a rule here." And he was getting all mad. I was like, "These are prescription." And it was we were watching college football. It was like a chill bar. We got a pitcher of beer. I was like, "They're prescription."
Did he think you were going to rob the place? Like you, Jake Stein, were
he was
sitting there watching the Vikings game?
Yeah.
Plotting
he was
how
like,
to rob.
He was like, "Show me the prescription." I was like, "Seriously?" He's like, "Yeah." So I like pull out my phone and I'm about to get my prescription out. And then I was with my friend that's like a regular there, and he was like, "Is this guy with you?" He's like, "Yeah." And he's like, "He's cool, he's fine." And then they're like, "All right, fine, whatever." It's like, "Geez, you're gonna die on that hill."
They were not doing that for safety purposes. I guarantee you.
No.
That's not a safety purpose issue. That is they are insecure that they don't look as cool as people that wear sunglasses inside.
Well, you know those bars that don't let you wear hats either.
Yeah, what's up with that? Are we reverting to like the 1920s? We're like really going back into the 20s. If it's like
I get it at the nice places and like the speakeasies and the 20s vibe places, but there are sports bars that make you take your hat off. That makes no sense to me.
Isn't it so weird that like in the 20s, like in the real speakeasies, that people were like degenerate alcoholic like lawbreakers, but they were also wearing like waistcoats and like top hats and shit. You better dress like a fucking penguin in order to get into this illegal drinking club. Like, I guess that's when people started to wear crazier stuff with the flappers.
It's just how people were dressed always.
I know, that's what I'm saying, but it's like that was just society back then. Like you can walk around today basically naked. Nobody cares. I mean, in LA, in certain places.
Yeah.
In most places, though. Like, seriously, in Charleston, South Carolina as well. You can walk around in, like, tan, skin-tight yoga pants and a bra. It could be a sports bra. It doesn't have to be.
Guys, or you could just wear no bra. Leggings, no bra. Could
wear no bra, and probably many people wouldn't complain, but you would not be accepted into certain businesses, I'll say. You can go to court now just looking like a naked person.
You can go to court with shoes, no shirt.
I mean, you could go to court wearing whatever you want. You probably shouldn't. I think people usually dress up for court. But you could go, if you're contesting a traffic ticket, you could reasonably go to court in yoga pants and probably have a better chance at contesting the ticket, depending on the judge. What did you do, Jake? You did something huge this weekend. What did you do?
Yeah. I did the Spartan half marathon, the Spartan Beast they call it.
Race, the Spartan half marathon. I mean, how Spartan was it? Are we talking? Did you have to kill your childhood best friend in like a duel to the death? Did you have to? What level is this? Is this like 5K, which is not a real thing? Anyone can do a 5K, and
it was the 20-something K. It was a half. It was 15 miles. Turned out to be 15 miles. They lied about it. It was 2 miles longer than they said it was going to be, and it was 5,500 feet elevation gain, and it was raining, so the whole thing was just mud. We were slipping and sliding.
Oh yeah. And you know who sent that rain, Jake? Usually Poseidon sends the rains, but this was the god of war, Ares, that sent this rain to you guys to test your resolve.
It's real metal. You pay like $200 and go torture yourself.
Torture yourself, run up a mountain. Barbed wire?
If
Any
Spartans
barbed
saw
wire?
this, there was 2 round sessions of barbed wire. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
If the Spartans saw this, they would be incredibly disappointed.
Well, yeah, I mean, you would get your ass kicked by a real Spartan. We
Well,
talked
not
about
only
this the other
that,
day.
just like their life was endless war and suffering, and now
Yeah.
we choose to spend like $200 to enter these. Yeah,
to yeah, but that's like commensurate with what the thing is as well. It's like the price of their Spartanhood was like their entire life and any semblance of like innocence or like peace probably. But then they spent their whole life actually fighting. Your like entry cost was $200 and it lasted one day. Like
true.
so
True.
it's like they might be proud of like it's like, oh, if you were gonna be a Spartan for a day, yeah.
So they also at the starting line, they had the line from the movie Spartans.
Yeah.
What is your
Oh,
passion?
they did
There was like
do that.
oh
No,
oh.
don't tell me.
They did do that.
Oh no.
And then they did it again, like later after everybody was like at the finish, like the ceremony, and I just did, ow, ow, ow. Spartans, what is your profession? Ooh, ooh,
And then
ooh.
your friend texted you like, I really didn't appreciate how you didn't take the Spartan chant seriously.
Yeah, it is a little culty over there. I mean, everybody's super nice, but we were like the only people. I didn't talk to another person that it was their first time.
Oh, really? You were the only.
But we were also
time?
doing like the most extreme one. Well, there was one more extreme one, but that's for like probably
like
people that hate
David
themselves
Goggins.
or something.
That's David
It's a
Goggins.
full on marathon with
all this shit
in the mountains.
Were there?
So
you ran straight up a mountain for 5,000 miles. Were there like obstacles?
there were obstacles, 30 obstacles.
Oh my god, dude!
They
30 different ones.
30 different ones. I mean, there was a couple repeats. There was like 8-foot walls you had to hop over.
Fuck.
There were 3 of those.
Hop over like with a rope.
Like you had to lift yourself up. No rope. You just pull yourself over.
Damn. All right.
Which actually was easier than I thought it was going to be.
Okay, that wasn't too hard.
And then there was like
you doing shit like that, but okay, what else was there?
There's some that you just like can't do that you take a penalty for. So you do like an extra lap around this thing, or you do burpees because. And I only saw 3 people do the specific one. It was like a rock climbing wall, but it started fucking like 12 feet in the air. So you had to jump up, grab the first 2 like rock climbing handles, pull yourself all the way up with just your arms up a rock climbing wall, and then get your feet above it, and then like climb up this 20-foot thing.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that one was insane.
That's
so we took the penalty on that one.
So what happens when you run? Did you know what all the obstacles were gonna be?
No, I went in pretty blind.
So what happens when you
also
run
I
up
went in with the wrong gear.
Oh really? You didn't have the right. What kind of gear is it? Oh, just wear sneakers and shorts and a shirt.
So that's what I wore, but you really want like trail running shoes because it's entirely on a mountain.
Oh.
And it was super muddy. I slipped. I completely wiped out at least 5 times. People were sliding, falling over, wiping out.
God damn, bro.
I would have brought like spiky shoes or something because that would have made a big difference. And also spats or leggings because some of the obstacles just scrape against your legs.
Oh damn! So you'd be out here in the court attire and the Lululemon.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the Spartans would love that. They'd be like, yeah, wear your leggings. Those guys were running around in like thongs, I think. If that movie
yeah,
was
or
accurate.
if that.
They were deflecting spears with their abs and shit. It's crazy, dude. We were talking about this, but like, who would win? Okay, we gotta pitch a couple. Like, who would win in a fight between?
By the way,
Spartan.
Before you,
yeah.
Just to introduce this, why I'm so qualified for this, is because I listen to podcasts about this and I watch stupid YouTube short videos about this all day long, just like ninja versus samurai, who truly would win? And I used to watch Deadliest Warrior, and I've done like research all this crap. So I'm gonna have a lot of deep cut thoughts on this.
Yeah, but people don't understand about Jake is that his specialty here is battle IQ, BIQ as it's known. He's gonna be able to it's so funny. I need to post that podcast, but we got into the whole like Cobra Kai like lore, and basically people rank like Ralph Macchio versus whatever Mr. Miyagi, and they're like they rank it in like 10 different categories of like
Yeah, it's like
strength,
strength.
speed, like agility. A lot of the categories are the same thing, like speed and
Yeah,
agility.
IQ, battle IQ.
Battle IQ, BIQ, which I didn't know what it meant. And then Jake, we were watching one, and Jake just instantly spit it out. Battle IQ, classic. And I was like, um, but okay, so we on all those levels, speed, agility, quickness, fastness. No, we need to rank a Spartan warrior versus. Now we already did Navy SEAL. We talked about this like hand-to-hand combat. Navy SEAL gets fucked up 100% of the time.
Yeah,
because that's what
yeah,
Spartans. That's what their whole life training is like.
yeah.
Fucking, they're
It's all hand-to-hand combat,
great. Like
and they have to
50% of
kill at
them
least.
die.
Yeah, yeah. They have to be at least. They have to be able to kill another highly trained warrior before they even enter society with their bare hands.
Yeah, with their bare hands. And so if you take away the Navy SEALs, all his like little gadgets and guns, and if they don't fight in the water, we
All his
also
little gadgets. He has a rocket launcher and night vision goggles. You sound like Shane Gillis.
All his little fucking toys or whatever.
Like drone strike that can wipe out an entire city.
Yeah, all his fucking console video games that can wipe out a hospital.
But we also
as a strip. But
we also said that like one Navy SEAL could wipe out an entire Spartan phalanx with all the weaponry.
And I'm glad you used phalanx because that's the proper terminology. But yeah, one SEAL with a fucking M16 or whatever the hell they use, and like a bunch of grenades and a little bit of tactical planning would take out the entire Spartan civilization. But regardless, okay, so let's move on from that. Now I'm curious about like, okay, Spartan warrior versus pirate who has a gun and a knife. But the Spartan
with a gun and a knife.
Yeah, but it's like a blunderbuss, and he has basically it's like one shot, and it's very inaccurate. And also,
where are they fighting?
On a pirate ship, on a ship, a big ship.
A big ship.
Like there's maneuverability, but Spartans, you have to remember, are they know how to sail the seas as well. They were sailing all around.
True, yeah, that's true. Damn, that is a tough one.
Yeah, that's tough.
On a pirate ship. With a gun?
I mean,
Spartans never even saw guns. I've got to give it to the pirate with the pistol.
You think the pirate with the pistol? Okay.
If you shoot a naked man, unless they block it with their shield, I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's a blunderbuss, so it's blockable.
I feel like it's a 50-50. It's 50-50. If they block that pistol...
Okay, Spartan has a shield and nothing else, but the pirate has a gun and a knife. And a sword.
All right. I feel like the pirate needs to hit the shot, otherwise they're fucked.
Yeah, with the first 2 or 3.
Because the pirates are like emaciated, basically sea thieves.
I'm thinking like a pirate king, like a capable pirate.
Pirate king? Okay. Like Jack Sparrow?
Yeah. Well, yeah, Jack Sparrow would always win because he has the chaos luck.
What about Davy Jones?
Davy Jones would probably win because the Spartan can't. Davy Jones
would whoop ass. Yeah, Davy Jones.
The spirit of the night.
Yeah.
So Davy Jones might whoop ass, but okay. So what's the battle IQ though? So Spartan has like a 10 out of 10 battle IQ, right?
Yes.
And then
I feel like the pirate does too, though, because they're all crafty and shifty.
That's what I'm saying, dude. They're gonna be crafty, and they know how to win fights that they're down.
Swinging on a rope around the. I'm imagining Davy Jones swinging on a rope, getting around the Spartan, shooting midair, hitting it right in the back.
Oh damn! Yeah, wait. This also depends on how much rope we allow the pirate to have.
Infinite rope.
Okay, the pirate gets no rope. Okay, anyway, moving on from this. But this is the type of videos I actually want to start making. So
yeah, like Deadliest Warrior.
Yeah, Deadliest Warrior, dude. And I bet we can automate these. So basically,
we can recreate it with a sketch of our own.
The podcast is about to step up a level. This is how people need to understand the next like 6 months, 6 to 12 months are gonna go. Okay. Reese becomes YouTube slash TikTok shorts. Sorry, YouTube shorts slash TikTok kingpin of the internet. Who owns this corner of the internet, and Winston as well.
His YIQ is off the charts.
My YouTube IQ is going. My AIQ, my algorithm IQ, is going crazy. And basically, what we're doing is mass producing TikToks that you, Jake, sometimes, but also the viewer would watch. It's like those stupid Reddit stories where someone's like Minecraft hopping from one thing, like the Minecraft parkour.
Yeah.
And then you read some bullshit sappy story that may or may not actually be true. And I'm finding it harder and harder to discern which of these are like real and which
I feel
of these
like
are
they're
fake.
90% fake.
Yeah, I feel like maybe 70% fake. Because sometimes real people get on there, and then you can kind of tell if it's not as like tied up as an ending. But basically, we just have AI read everything and do everything, and all I do is press post. And I've already posted about how many of these videos? Been doing it, say, 3 weeks, 2 to 3 videos a week, 4 channels. I've already posted about 200 videos.
Wow. Now we need to get into we should put those on the Battle IQ videos.
Dude,
on the channel.
That's what I'm saying. And the possibilities are endless, We can use AI to think of all sorts of... We can have AI create this battle between a pirate and a Spartan warrior, and then give us the stats, and then feed that into the thing.
Yeah, like what they were pretending to do on Deadliest Warrior 25 years ago. They're like, beep, 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 beep. Like the program was.
Yeah, yeah, literally. Dude, we have the technology now to create these battles in our minds with Battle IQ. But so anyway, so then once that happens, once I become the kingpin of TikTok and YouTube Shorts, then Jake is ready to move to LA. Right?
That's a contingency. Okay.
It's possible. I'm no pressure, obviously. Go where you're.
I signed a contract. It's a contingency plan.
Oh, yeah,
if Reese gets popular enough, then I have to come over.
He has to move to LA. If I can make enough friends, and you mean popular in the sense of like high school popularity, right? Like if I become popular enough.
You need at least 30 teenage girls to fear you, but want your respect.
But yeah, right, exactly. Exactly. Like there's a group of 10 girls that sit with 10 teenage girls, and 8 of them are blonde, and we all sit at the same lunch table, and they don't want to be there, but they're
right. But
and
they're
I'm
like getting
also a teenage. Don't make this into like a Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah, no,
I'm
totally.
also
you're
like
also a teenage girl.
Yeah.
You're also a teenage girl in this scenario. Yeah. And it's nothing weird. It's like you're the popular girl. Like they fear you. They want to be around you because they get clout from it.
It's like, dude, it really is funny that like teenage girls operate on the same level as like Tony Soprano. Like in that world, it's like, people fear but respect you, and it turns into like genuine respect, but it's fear. Look, the wild world of teenage girls. I dare not.
It's crazy.
I dare.
But it's like, isn't 90% of it just, at least in high school, how attractive they are?
No.
Like, okay.
It's like 40%.
No. It's way more than that.
It's a big percentage. It's like
it gets your foot in the door. Because I noticed this in my high school.
Your foot in the door. Yeah.
Whenever there was a new girl, and she was like attractive, like a good-looking new girl.
Yeah.
She would be like, the popular girls would be like all over her, like, oh hey, like what's your deal?
Recruit her, because they fear her power. But
I guess you could say that. Yeah. You are a teenage girl, Reese.
No.
But anyone else, they like wouldn't really like. They were like mean or anything, but they weren't like actively like, oh, like have lunch. You know what I mean? It was like,
right. Okay, I understand what you're saying, but here you got to hear me out here. Okay, so but the new girl think of a Zoe Deschanel, comes into high school. She comes into high school, and then the popular girls do try to recruit her, and then that girl is either one of two types: the power ladder interested type, or the not power ladder interested type.
You mean social climber?
Yeah, sure, social
Power
climber.
ladder. You sound like that sounds like something you hear on like a high value men podcast. You need to unlock your power ladder.
Yeah, yeah. I'm actually the toppest G, and pay $6,800 to follow my men's rights program. Or how do those guys make money? How does Andrew Tate make money? Like, I don't. Is it just from sex trafficking women in like Eastern
Streaming,
Europe?
advertising. I think it's just how any other social media person makes money.
Yeah, I guess that's true. But I think he has like some business.
Oh yeah, he has like a cam business, right?
It's like it's called, isn't it the Top G University or something? He calls it like a university.
Oh yeah, he has some like class.
It's like a class. Like, what is that? I sort of
Someone
want
made a video about it a long time ago.
Has somebody already infiltrated?
Yeah, I think it was like it was either I think it was Danny Gonzalez, and it was before Andrew Tate was like as a figure himself was huge. Yeah. He was like, I feel partially responsible for like bringing this guy into the mainframe, even though it wasn't. It was just a coincidence, but. Yeah. God damn. It's pretty funny, and it's like I forget how much money it was. I don't know if he signed, like I think it was like $5K or something, or $10K.
See, that's what it is. Dude. I told you about the Razvan thing that started this whole TikTok empire that Winston and I are on.
No,
Razvan? I didn't tell you this. Oh my god, I did the whole thing in my life. If people are like really interested in the story, they should go to the last episode and check it out.
Wait,
but
wait. Last I checked, last episode you posted was like months ago.
No. This was like last week, Sunday.
You just posted one?
Yeah, on Sunday. Yeah, like 4 days ago.
Oh, gotcha.
And there's a clip out. Oh wait.
Yeah, I saw that clip.
No,
I saw
that clip.
Two
since then. This was from a week before that, actually.
Sorry, I didn't mean to put you on the spot.
I know, yeah. Wait, suddenly my biggest fan is a little unclear about the posting schedule. No, I'm kidding.
Sorry, I had a race, and like, it's Jake, the race of my life.
I'm going to send you a text about this later. A long text.
You know that I got Poison Ivy, like a busted knee and like the flu from this race, and I'm starting to think it wasn't worth it.
Well, no, it's worth it, dude. It's cool. It's an accomplishment. All that stuff will pass. All the flu and but the bond that you made with those brothers while you were chanting the Spartan, that will never pass. That bond will never be broken, unless no. Okay, let me tell you about this Razvan guy real quick. So basically, it's I was scrolling through Instagram, and there's a thing that I follow called like business magnets, and it's usually like meaningless bullshit. It's like Elon Musk quotes about like, I made my first $1 billion by selling PayPal or whatever, and you're just like, oh, that's sort of interesting, sort of not, whatever. This one was like basically an ad for this other YouTuber named like Razvan Parashiv or something, and he is like, get into the game of faceless YouTube, or like faceless what do they call it? Yeah, I think it's just faceless YouTube or YouTube automation. That's the other term for it. And it's basically those videos where it's like Minecraft jumping and like reading Reddit posts and like whatever. It's like and you just churn them out and you just pump them onto the internet and people actually watch them, and then you start monetizing or whatever. And so I was like, oh, maybe I will do that. Not like necessarily with this guy, but like just to make a little money or whatever. I'll look into it. And then I go on a Zoom call with one of the salesmen of Raz's like university.
What?
Yeah, I didn't.
Happened last episode.
This was 2 episodes ago. Yeah. So everyone should go check that out. But I will give a recap just because it's fun. Basically, I get on this call and this dude is like intense. He's like basically like he's like, oi, hi, Reese, how are ya? He's like Australian, but I won't do the accent. But he's like, or maybe I will, but we'll just see. He's like, yeah. So what do you want? What do you want? And I'm like, I
This
was like, I don't
is the
know.
most classic sales bullshit
Yeah,
ever.
yeah, I know exactly. It was like it was very salesman-y bullshit. And I was like, oh, I don't know. I guess I just want to like do comedy more, make people laugh. That's what I said. I was like, I want to make people laugh. And then he's like, oh yeah, yeah, but you're not doing that, are you? And so basically, and then he gets you, and he gets you into this like mindset of like you're not doing enough, and then you have to like prove yourself to him for him to be able to sell you this like bullshit class or whatever. And then I'm like, okay, whatever, whatever. If the class is a playlist of 30 videos on YouTube explaining how to make these faceless automation channels, and then like the option to join several Zoom calls a week, potentially with the man himself, Razvan.
Potentially.
Yeah, exactly. And so I'm like, okay, great. What is this? Like $500? Like, hit me with it. Like, what is it? What is this? $6,800.
Whoa. I've seen. That's funny that you did that. I've seen videos of people going undercover trying to buy those things before, and it's always, and they actually buy them, but it's not $6,800. It was like, $500, like you said. And
Yeah,
they're like,
yeah,
fuck it, like this is
yeah,
for research,
yeah.
and it's exactly like you said. It's like a really weak playlist that you could find for free on YouTube of no useful information. And then it's like maybe you might get a live session with whatever, and
The
there's
guru
live
himself.
sessions don't happen. It's basically just you're paying for nothing.
Yeah, yeah. You pay a lot of money for this guy
Yeah.
was selling it for $6,800. So I won't get into the whole. If you're interested in the whole thing, go back to that other
That's
episode.
crazy.
But
I
yeah,
gotta
it
listen
was
to that.
it was a big. I was like, what the fuck, dude?
Now, what'd you say to him after that?
Eventually, what I had to say was like, okay. When I got real with him, when I was like playing my cards and like trying to sign off the conversation because I was like sweating, like getting hot, like talking to this
Yeah.
guy. I talked to him for an hour and a half, literally.
Oh my God.
Hour and 15 minutes or so. But at the 45-minute mark, I was like, okay, listen, buddy. Thank you. Don't want to waste your time anymore. This is very much not for me. Like, I get what you're doing. I respect what you're doing. You got to make your bread, and you got to sell me on this thing by the end of this phone call. So I know you can't let me hang up, but I would have to go to someone else to even get that money. Like, this is ridiculous. Like,
Yeah.
for this
Take a loan
proportion,
out.
yeah, I'd like take a loan from my parents or like to take your class. Well, this is the other thing because he was like, the whole way that they're doing faceless automation is that they are hiring a team of like 5 people on Fiverr to make these videos. The genius of what Winston and I are doing is that we're
Yeah,
not
it's like you don't even
hiring
have to do
anyone.
that.
We're
Yeah.
not hiring a single person.
Your process is already better than this BS process. Yeah.
This is what I told him too in the interview when I was getting like really done with him at about the hour mark, hour 10 mark. I was like, listen, I don't understand why I couldn't do exactly what you're saying by myself. And he goes, well, no, hey, no, listen, you're a smart guy. You're a smart guy. You probably could. You definitely could do this by yourself. But listen, it took our creator, Razvan, the guru himself, 2 years to get his business up and running, which in the intro video they said was 4 months. But anyway, we'll look past that. So it took him 2 years. What is that going to cost you? You're spending $200 a week.
Why would you be spending $200 a week
to pay the team on Fiverr that you need to like make these videos? You know what I mean?
Right.
And so he's like, you're spending, sorry, it was $100 a week. So it's like $50 per video and you're trying to do 2 videos a week. And not the TikTok, YouTube, it's like longer form. They teach you how to do that, but we're going to be doing that as well with our thing. Like we're moving into that. We're starting with TikTok and YouTube and we're moving into that. But he's like, so you're going to spend $100 a week. That's $400 a month. 400 times 12. That's what, like $4,800 a month. That $4,800 a year. In 2 years, you'll have spent $9,600 trying to get this up and running, and it might not even work. And I was like, yeah, but okay, well, this is a good point then. Oh, so you're right. I would spend trying to do this like $9,800 or whatever in 2 years. If you can't figure this out in 2 years, it's not meant to be, brother. By the way, this is a 4 to 6 month like try it out type thing.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, so the $6,800 that I would give to you, you would pay the creators, obviously, because that's the whole thing. You're saying that you're gonna save me $9,800.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he's like, no, well, no, you would pay your own team.
So you're just deeper in the hole. So you could do this, but you might as well start
You might
in a deeper hole than you would be before.
You might as well start a year and a half's worth of actually doing it in the hole at the very
Yeah.
beginning. So yeah, I was like, dude, you are a good salesman. And he was like,
Well, he
I
kind
don't want to
of
say that.
messed it up over there.
He messed it up with like a logical person, but dude, he would have gotten someone. He was really in the psychology of it. He was like, dude, he was like, and at one point, I mean, this is all in that other podcast, but whatever. At one point, he was like, so why do you think you don't trust authority? And then I gave him like a real answer. I was like, well, I went to boarding school for like, so like, we got into it. Like we were
This guy should be a therapist, not like some slimy salesman. But did you put the call on the podcast?
No, I should have, dude. I didn't have the foresight. I was just doing this out of curiosity, and then it was so insane that I just decided to like
Call a Ferrari dealer. Never did that, did we?
I know, we never did. Shall we? Yeah, that's true.
Every time I see a boat, I think about pirates.
Yeah, that's fair, actually.
Every time I see the sea, I think about pirates.
Every time I close my eyes, I see a pirate.
I think about how I wish I was a pirate sometimes.
Why, dude? That is of all the things to wish. That
Not
you
like
were.
not a real pirate, but like like a movie pirate.
A swashbuckler.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I do. I understand. But of all the like things that kids like sort of dress up as and like idolize in a way, pirates are like the worst probably to be like literally
Like,
part of their
Very
thing.
helpful people.
Yeah, it's almost like children it's almost like children revering the homeless people on the street. Exactly.
Yeah.
Like because it's like they're completely malnourished. They're like rapists. Like they're like terrible people. And not that
What about
homeless are terrible.
privateers? That's a little step up.
A privateer? What's that? Like someone that hunts pirates?
They're hired by other countries to
plunder?
kill the other countries' navies because they're such good pirates and they get paid a lot.
Not doing any raping, then it's fine. Like whatever.
Yeah, it's just tough. Back in those days, it was hard to find that. Honestly, it was a
true.
pretty fucked up world. You know.
Actually, no. Wait. Now that I think about it, they could sort of do all the raping they want because it's not like there were women on the ships, right? That they were like.
I guess so. Yeah.
So it's like prison. Every age has its like rape sector. You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah. I mean, that was just like the world couple hundred years ago. It was like
crazy, dude. I'm so glad we're beyond that. I could not deal with all that stress and like. Ugh.
I know.
I mean, we're not totally beyond it. Like, there's a lot of that still happens, but I'm glad that it's not like people are
everywhere all the time,
hiding on the edge of my village, like waiting.
Yeah, who did the joke about that? Like, people were afraid of the nighttime. Like, oh, what happened? Like, my parents died. What happened? Well, one night it was night.
Yeah.
It became nighttime, and you know what happens.
You know what happens after dark. I was locked out of my church basement that I live in. Like, everyone's got such a tragic story from like the medieval age. I feel like nobody had like a fun, chill life. Do you think? Except for like a few noble.
They call it the Dark Ages.
Yeah, I guess that is why they call it that. I thought it was because it was nighttime all the time. The sun never rose.
Everybody wore sunglasses.
Yeah, everyone was wearing cool sunglasses.
Dark Ages, the dank ages.
That's because if you looked at someone wrong back then, you would literally get your head chopped off. That's why people were wearing sunglasses. Have you ever read that book by Michael Crichton, Timeline?
No.
Oh my god, dude. Michael Crichton's on another level. You saw Jurassic Park, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
So imagine like as cool as Jurassic Park. Like, you know how all the characters in Jurassic Park are like just the best at what they do. Like, they're just cool people, except for the shitty kids. But they're like, they gotta protect the kids or whatever. Like, Dr. Grant was like the expert archaeologist. He knew everything about velociraptors, so he saved everyone. And then like Ian Malcolm was he was like the mathematician, so he knew everything about like chaos theory and why this island had to like fall apart and like break apart just by the laws of nature wouldn't allow this like monstrosity to exist or whatever. And everyone else had like a thing. Imagine that, but it's everyone's like a historian, which I guess is kind of similar, or like a archaeologist actually.
Okay, no differences so far.
But instead of bringing dinosaurs to life, they a corporation invents a time machine and sends them back to the medieval ages.
Oh,
And
so it's like Magic Treehouse.
yes, dude, it's insane. Except it's like bloody magic. It's like rape and like pillaging magic treehouse. Like
They get stuck back there.
it is fucked up, dude. Yeah, they get stuck. People get beheaded. People get like just
The group,
tortured.
so it's like they're basically just trying to survive and find a way
They're
back.
literally just trying to survive, and like
What did they think was going to happen?
they thought they would be able to go back,
Be like, hey, we're from the
retrieve.
future.
Well, yeah, they had no the corporation had sent like two Secret Service agents back in time to medieval ages just to like check it out, like test. Like I think they had tested it out, but like the Secret Service agents were just gonna like be two like big, like big, like capable men that could just like not get killed and like come back and like do a little scouting and come back. But then they go and immediately like go missing and like don't come back or whatever. And so they're like, okay, shit, like we don't actually even know like how like what happened. So we need to send people that are like familiar with the time period to go back and maybe like blend in and try to find these guys or their technology because they're worried that like the bracelet or whatever that sends them back will just like fuck up the timeline or something, you know, like
Uh,
uh and then they send back these like historians and archaeologists that are like experts in very specific things. And dude, one of the things I remember is like so they go back and they're expecting the medieval times to be like a certain way, and it always like defies their expectation with how gruesome it is. And this is because of like real research that Michael Crichton did writing the book. But
mhm.
basically, like there's a big bodyguard that gets sent back with the group, and he comes up. You'd think like martial arts trained, like whatever, hand to hand combat, like Navy SEAL type guy. But like in the book, he's the ultimate bodyguard.
Yep,
He
yep.
comes up against like a normal ass knight and just gets demolished, like absolutely like fucking wrecked. Because like they were breaking it down, like the knight's armor is so fucking heavy that in order to and big that in order to even like be a knight at that time, you had to be like a superhuman, like Andre the Giant type, like
Weren't they
guy.
tiny though? Weren't they like four
No,
feet
normal
something?
people were, but not knights. Not
I
because they
saw,
were still like giants throughout
yeah,
history, always.
I saw a suit of armor in Venice. They were like, it was like the armory, and it was like they were
Mm.
like the knights. The soldiers were really small because everybody was small, and it was like looked like a child's armor.
Nah, dude, that's bullshit. That could have been like a nobleman or something that like had some fancy armor made for him. But you ever seen like you didn't see next to that standing like also like a giant suit of armor? You're like somebody
Uh,
wore that fucking thing. Like what? How do you even? It's like 300 pounds or whatever. You know, like how do you wear
yeah.
that? You'd have to be
So
like
the
a
knight in
monster.
this book, did the knight have his whole gear on? Did he have a sword and everything?
Yeah, the knight beheaded the fuck out of that guy like instantly. And the way it happened in the book was the guy was like, hey, stop, like let's talk about this. And the knight was like just like fucking one foul swoop like launched his head off.
Yeah.
So awesome. Sometimes I wish I could go back in history but not have to face the consequences, you know.
Like just watch.
Yeah, like a fly on the wall. Oh wait, I did have something. Okay, wait. So you know our man Chet Hanks? Did we? Is Chet Hanks like a character on
Yeah,
this podcast? Like we've talked
yeah,
about him
yeah, yeah.
before,
We
right?
talked about it
Okay.
before.
Um, let me pull up some clips.
I'm actually about to release an online course called Actors Advantage, teaching people who have no acting experience how to start working as an actor, how to make money from being an actor.
People who have no acting experience, how to make money working as an actor. Like as if it isn't hard enough for people that do have acting experience.
Right.
Like,
Right.
what is the plan for helping the? Well, let's see if he develops this.
Oh,
Like,
sick.
It's an online course. I'm gonna sell it for like $99.
Could you give me like a promo code or something? If I'm...
Yeah, but
What
it's
am-
basically there's a lot of people out there that would like to be actors, but they have no idea like how to actually like get their foot in the door. So I'm teaching people everything they need to know about how to actually get your foot in the door and start.
Step 1. Be related to Tom Hanks. That's the. It's a 1-page pamphlet. Be the child of an A-list celebrity.
Like a triple A-list celebrity. Like the celebrity.
The celebrity. Like, aliens have heard of this celebrity.
Yeah.
Arguably, an Epstein Island sort of guy. Like, shadow government level celebrity. So, yeah, that's step 1. But, I mean, what do you think, Jake? Would you spend $100 on Chet Hanks's How to Become an Actor?
I would much rather spend $100 on Chet Hanks's class than the whatever 6,800 on
Raz Vans.
On Razvans to put you even further in a hole.
Yeah. Another $6,800. Well, that when I heard 99, I was like, you know what? Honestly, good for him.
Yeah.
That's not that bad.
Not that bad.
You get a few schmucks for $100. It's not going to change their life, you know.
Right.
68 is another story.
These that like could be depending on where you live, a couple months rent, car, like
Dude,
set yourself up.
literally. It's insane. So anyway, that's just a little hope in the world, like a little giving back, a little charity that Chet Hanks is doing for us by giving us this cheap acting class. But I don't know. We've been going for a while now, haven't we, Jake?
Yeah, we have covered some good ground.
Cover some good ground. We'll do the Corvette thing eventually. We'll call a Corvette dealer. I'm excited.
We should next. I'll find some other weird classes we can try to get in on a salesman session.
Oh yeah. Let me know if you see any of those because I'm always interested. Like I want to do like I want to go to timeshares with like timeshare presentations with like a hidden camera and like win the golf clubs. You know. Should I look up like stuff like that? Like
win the golf clubs. What does that even mean?
Wait, you never seen it. So when people are trying to sell you timeshares, they'll offer you like free shit to get you in the door because it's so predatory and it's so effective that you literally, if for going to the meeting, you can get like a free vacation. You can get like like a set of golf clubs. You can get like just free shit up to like $200 worth of.
Wow.
You know, $250 to $500 worth of shit.
So they're just gonna scam the hell out of anybody who walks up.
Yeah, because if they get one person, then you know they make like $50,000 over the next 10 years or whatever the hell.
Right.
And so, but if you go and you're like just you're not a weak soul.
Yeah.
Then you can get free shit. So I sort of want to try that.
Where would you put the hidden camera?
I'd have to wear like a tie or something, right?
Ooh, a tie or like glasses.
Yeah, glasses, really good glasses.
Or like one of those one-way like fabrics. You could put the lens right on your chest.
Yeah, companies dangle generous perks. They can dangle something else if they're not careful. To try to sell you a timeshare with offers ranging from free parking to free hotel nights to deeply discounted hotel spit days, provided you sit through a timeshare sales presentation of 90 minutes or more. Hilton has the best timeshare presentation offers. You could get 3-night stay in Orlando or Las Vegas plus 15,000 Hilton points for $199. I don't know what Hilton points translates to, but
Yeah.
But actually, 3 nights in Vegas for $200, not bad.
It is not bad. But also, if you like gamble in Vegas, they just give you free hotel rooms.
Yeah, but you have to gamble. Don't you have to be good at gambling to do that?
Not really. Actually, they like it when you're bad at gambling.
I know, not bad. I mean, not good, but like, don't you have to be a high roller, sort of?
It's not even really. Like my uncle doesn't go crazy, but he goes like consistently, and he gets free hotel rooms.
That's dope.
Like he goes like once a year on a trip, and they're like,
really?
because like wherever you stay, you're gonna
You're gonna
inevitably end
gamble
up
there.
losing.
Yeah.
Probably more than you would pay for the hotel room anyway.
Yeah, that's so true. Damn, bro. Vegas they be sharking out here.
Yeah.
Vegas and Razvan should hook up, dude. They'd have a Raz needs to move to Vegas. He operates out of Dubai right now.
Razvan, the Messiah.
The Messiah Razvan. Learn how to make $60,000 a year. That's like what the pitch is essentially. He's like, the whole thing is like, yes, it's $6,800 a year, but we will hold your hand for up to 1 year until you're making $5K a month.
Didn't the guy say it takes 2 years anyway?
Yeah, exactly. But anyway, he said it would take 2 years, but with their help, they'll walk you through it. Hopefully it's 6 months, but it could be a year. But we'll be there the whole time. I know. I love how he says, like, we'll be there to hold your hand for 1 year.
Yeah.
I mean,
doing what exactly? Telling you how to hire people?
Giving me access to a playlist? Telling me how to hire people that I'm going to work with on Fiverr? He's like, we know all the secrets about, like, which countries have the best editors. And I'm like, dude, what? This is part of their package. It's like, you're going to learn that you should be hiring Lithuanian editors instead of, like, Chinese ones or whatever. It's so stupid. It's like
that's what they say.
Yeah, pretty much. That's like the gimmick.
Did they literally say that?
They literally say, like, one of the selling points was gain access to our knowledge of like how to find the proper team, whether that's utilizing Eastern European conversion rates, or that was one of the things, or doing this or that. So it's all about, like, finding people that are living in a country where they are, like, technologically skilled or whatever, or speak English. I don't know what the requirements are. But also have, like, crazy high conversion rate between the US dollar and their currency, so that they can charge like $5 per video. But I got all that from the intro. So, like, what is he gonna?
Yeah.
Like, what else is there? Like,
is there any release footage of this stuff, like, inside the class?
Not this guy. I think this guy's kind of small time. Like, I think he's sort of a newcomer to this whole thing. It's not like a big Andrew Tate type. So, I don't think so. We could look it up though. Inside Razvan. Dude, that clip that I just posted, it has 2,000 views on the YouTube Shorts.
Seriously?
Which isn't like a lot, but it's not. It's better.
That's substantial.
Better than any of the other ones, and I got 2 subscribers out of it, which is huge.
Huge. How many subscribers you up there?
27.
Something.
It's something. We're going up. Now I know how. Now I'm learning. Dude, learning the algorithm is such a double whammy. Like, it's so good. This whole thing. Like,
yeah, you're like turning into Mr. Beast.
Yeah, if I can Mr. Beast this shit, and like, that's why the podcast, I'm not gonna, like, Mr. Beast level, like, turn it into, like, just posting clips of Subway Surfers or whatever. But just using the skills of doing that, will definitely help. What was I looking up? Oh yeah, Razvan. Review. Oh yeah, look at this.
So much of the content.
Now let's keep in mind that this is very likely one of Razvan's disciples before we watch this. Like, this might not be an independent.
Yeah.
Review,
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, okay. Says he actually he spent $6,000.
Content on YouTube is designed to do one of 2 things. It's either working to get you to spend money, or it's designed to maximize the amount of time you spend watching a video so that the owners of the channel can generate ad revenue. Here at Middle Class Climber, our mission is simple. We want to quickly put you in front of the information that can help you make big life change. So with that, we're gonna get started with today's video. So The title
So
says
he's
it all.
doing exactly what he just said.
I spent $6,000 on a course, and I'm gonna tell you all about it today. Now, I came up in an internet era dominated by Ty Lopez, Grant Cardone, and countless other internet gurus that absolutely dominated in the early days of paid advertising on YouTube and Instagram. These guys sold lifestyles, they sold dreams, and their content always frustrated the hell out of me. But about 2 months ago, I saw an ad from an internet guru, and I liked the pitch. I liked the pitch a lot, so I scheduled a call literally the same day that I saw.
The same thing I did. He literally scheduled that Zoom call, dude. This is exactly what it said, and he got sold clearly because I liked the pitch. Okay.
The ad, I scheduled a call with a member of this guy's team. Within a week, we hopped on a Zoom call, and that same day, they closed me for $6,000. So what was it?
Oh boy, he was one of the people that you were talking about that could get suckered into this.
Dude, I'm telling you, it's not that easy. You get in there, and it's like you're sweating.
Like he says all this right after being like, yeah, like I grew up in an era dominated by complete fraud.
By fraudulent.
Ty Lopez, the guy like rented one car and stood in front of a bookshelf. It was like, I read all these books. Books equals Lamborghini.
Yeah, but that guy's a genius. Yeah, I wish I had hopped on that. That was early. I didn't really.
Yeah, that was like the first one.
Rent a Ferrari and stand in front of a bookshelf and fucking spew nonsense about books equal Lamborghini. But wait, let's see. I feel bad. First of all, I feel bad for this guy.
Yeah, he got completely taken advantage of.
But let's see.
Like,
let's
how
at
many
least.
subscribers do he have? Does he at least have like a big following that like can back up?
Well, okay. So here's the thing. This is his personal YouTube channel. So he's got 550 subscribers. Like he's not making 5K a month.
He's not making money on
this channel.
Yeah.
But this is like my channel. Like he has more subscribers than my channel or whatever. But
right.
like,
no, I'm not saying. I'm saying like he's in the same boat. So like he's not. This isn't like because the videos I've seen are big YouTubers kind of exposing this. Or like 5K, whatever. It's for the video. I'll make 50K on this video.
Yeah, exactly.
This is like he's like investing his own money into this, and he got.
Yes, no, exactly. Oh, yes, that's exactly what happened. Yeah, but technically, what I'm saying is we don't know if he's making 5K per month yet. Like he could have a bunch of other channels, faceless YouTube, and it's working, and he's making that money back.
Sure.
But it doesn't. From the comments, it doesn't seem like he's answering the question of. My question is: are you generating the money? Is it worth it? And then another random commenter says, we are from Raz's program and doing quite well. Almost at 10K subs in a year. 5K rev for May as well. Which just seems like some sort of like PR.
Yeah.
So anyway. But let's see what this guy
All right, let's see what he's got.
What was the course? What was it about? Who was it by? The course was put on by a guy named Razvan. From what I can tell, he's like 19 or 20 years old. He's Romanian, and he's put together a course community designed to help people build fully automated YouTube channels. This was something that I thought was really cool because at the time, I was already making content for Middle Class Climber, and his pitch was that you could build a fully automated YouTube channel without being in the video yourself. The pitch was that he could teach you how to outsource and automate the content production for a channel that could generate money passively month over month. And so I loved it. I thought it was genius. I already knew a little bit about Fiverr and Upwork. Pass off to a video editor who would produce a video that you could pass off to a thumbnail designer, and that you could bring all these different people together into an online software and let them manage the production of your content. It sounded genius. It sounded too good to be true. I had to jump on it. So we'll call this the moment of clarity. And so anyway, I get into this guy's course, and it's really cool. It's built on a website called school.com. That's SKOOL.com. And interestingly enough, School was built by another internet guru, but that's a story for another day. But it's a really cool platform.
I mean, Jake, another internet guru, like the guru of the guru at School with a K. I mean, what is going on in this fucking? This is
what I'm gathering so far is he's like the perfect target for this.
Yeah, he's like, I just thought it was all so cool. It's like, well, that's not really what you invest money in.
Yeah,
being cool.
It's sort of like a video course library combined with a community. And so if you're a producer, of course material, you can host a space online that all of your different clients or customers can join to watch your videos and consume your content. But then also in that same space, there's an area where they can engage with one another, where they can ask questions. And the way this guy has it set up is that there are virtual assistants and customer success people that check in. So if you have a question, you can post it publicly, and other members of this community who are also building these channels can comment, but also his virtual assistants and customer success people can come in and leave a comment. And so
What
it's
the
really
heck?
cool.
What the fuck is
That's
that?
not cool at all. That's just like a
Fuck.
smaller version of Reddit with weird guru AI bots responding to your messages. It's
Dude.
virtual.
I don't know if this guy mentioned it yet, but that was another thing that dude, he was like, and so as part of this package, you're going to be assigned your own personal accountability agent. And I was like, what? And he was like, somebody that's going to be making sure that you're living up to your dream, living up to your expectation of what you want your life to be. You want more people to be laughing? This person will help that. They will make sure you're posting every day. And in my head, I'm like, so I'm going to have some fucking dweeb texting me every day. Are you doing all your homework? Are you doing your homework? Are you making it? Like, and I'm paying for that? You know?
They're just selling you on these, like, that's classic sleazy salesman on these big ideas. Like, are you living up to your true potential and living up to your wildest dreams?
Yeah.
Well, it's like some guy texting you exactly that. Like, upload a video.
Sure, uploading videos. If you don't make any money, you can't pay us the rest of the $6,800 you owe us. He's like, when I told him that I needed to go like outside of myself to like even get that money, he was like, well, okay, let's see if we can make this happen without getting your parents involved. That was a quote, which is always a good sign when someone doesn't want your parents to be involved. But he's like, it was Raz's birthday. Oh, it sounds like this guy didn't get the Raz birthday deal, actually. That was a harder...
Wait, what was he saying? It was Raz's birthday, so he's...
It was Raz's birthday in August, and I did this in, like, September or something. And so, I'm not supposed to do this, but for you, just because you're a cool guy, don't forget that. You are a cool guy. We can do this for only $5,400, and only $3,000 today.
So that's gonna make you not have to go to your parents.
And I'm like, good point, bro. Good point. Yeah, good. Fair.
Only 3,000 today.
I was like, this. I was so far beyond it at that point that nothing. This guy was so good. He might have sold me on, like a $500 thing.
Really?
I might have spent $500 to get all the specific knowledge of how to make these channels. I probably would have felt like a little bit like an idiot.
But
might have.
They don't do that usually. I've seen a lot of videos where they actually go into these courses, and it's basically once you're in, you're basically forgotten about. Like it's a YouTube playlist, and they're like, here you go.
Yeah.
I saw one that like Jake Paul's Team 10, the website just went down fully after people paid $500. They were just like, it didn't exist.
That's so funny. People are idiots. I'm an idiot. But yeah, you're right. It would not have been worth $500. But that's how sort of weak I am. That's like might have been my weakness threshold for like being really sold by like a sharkish salesman. Timeshare level salesman guy. So let's see how this guy got sold. I mean, it seems like he was on board to begin with, so I don't know.
Well, it's a really cool concept. Now, was it worth it? I spent $6,000 to join this course community, and I have to say the content was very good. It was very clean. It was very concise. I know a lot of gurus out there that will make 4, 5, 6 hour long videos so long that you can't even finish them. You're utterly bored, and at the end you feel like you haven't gotten any real value. I can definitely say that's not the case here. Razvan is
These
very
videos are
quick
real
talker.
short.
Not a lot of content. Concise. I mean, it's very concise. Yeah.
It's might be one of his guys too. Like,
It is, dude. This is definitely a guy that's been like converted to the cult of Razvan, and
yeah,
maybe he's even making some money, dude. I don't. He might
yeah,
be.
yeah.
I kind of want to.
I mean, otherwise, why would the Razvan people be commenting on this small channel with no views?
Exactly. They wouldn't be promoting this. They haven't been
Yeah,
promoting my last video. I tell you what.
yeah.
It has 4 views, I think.
Good about getting straight to the point. There's not a whole lot of fluff. So, do I like it? Am I glad that I spent the money? Well, this is a tough question to answer. On the one hand, I already knew what Fiverr and Upwork were prior to joining this community. However, I had never taken the initiative to go on there and send out a bunch of messages to different contractors to build videos for me. And so if I hadn't spent the money on the course, who knows how long it would have taken me before I ever made an attempt. It could have taken me 6 months. It could have taken me 12 months. It could have taken me 2 years. I may have never.
That's exactly.
Sounds like he's talking
That is
just like the
exactly
people, right?
what the dude said.
Yeah.
He was like, "It's all
It
about
also is-
initiative."
His logic is like, now that I spent literally all my money on this, I feel like I have to Fiverr. Even though like I might have before, now I literally have to because I need this to keep living in my apartment.
Dude, it's so crazy. That's how they get you. I mean, I really feel bad for that guy. He like totally bought the hook, line, and sinker, and he spent
Yeah.
he didn't even get the Razvan birthday deal.
It was Raz's birthday last month, so
It was Raz's birthday 3 months ago, so we're gonna oldest salesman trick in the book, too. The second he pulled
Yeah.
that out, I actually lost respect for him. When you, as a salesperson, when you get someone to like a therapy level of like, why do you think that you're afraid of this decision or whatever? I'm like, damn, that guy's a salesman. And then when you bring it back to like, well, it's the boss's birthday, so I can knock off $1,000 or whatever. You know, I was just like, it's so lazy, cheap.
that was a weak reason for it, a weak excuse.
Also, dude,
Did Noelle ever tell you about the time she got like MLM'd during a job application?
yeah, she was telling us about that, I think.
Yeah, it's kind of similar. Those salespeople are all the same, where it's
Yeah.
like you buy the program, and then like, oh, like you gotta unlock your alpha potential, like sell, sell, sell. Like who's gonna sell the most today? Like it's 100% commission.
Unlock your alpha potential. That's what this was. Yeah, it was a lot like.
And there's
It was
always
predicated on the fact that you like already are a loser. That was like the
there's yeah,
precondition
and there's
of it.
there's
that,
a, there's,
like,
a,
you're
there's always a
loser.
there's always a call to action immediately too. It's like you got to do this now. You got to do this now. We have this offer for you right now. You got to take it up right now.
Oh yeah, dude. Of course. Yeah, it's got to be right now. And I even said that to the dude. I was like, "Listen, bro. Even if I wanted to make a decision, because I was trying to let him off nice. I was like, okay, I'll think about it. I'll let you know. Whatever. They don't even care. They don't even want to hear that, because they know if they don't get the sale by the end of the call, you're gone. Because it's illogical. It's like an irrational.
Yeah.
If you had time to think about it, you wouldn't do it. That's
Right.
like why. But I was like, dude, I just need some time to like meditate on this, pray about it. It's a lot of money. It's a very simple, honest request. And he's like, literally, his response was, he's like, yeah, but has that really been working for you your whole life? Like, is that, he's like, is the way that you've handled decisions like this really been working out for you? And I look around, I'm like, well, yeah, sorta. Like, like my life is pretty good. So it's like predisposed to like people whose lives are not good.
Yeah, because they're like
Like-
trying to make some money off YouTube. Like it's not working, or you know what I mean? Like it's like, especially like you and Winston figured this out way better than this guy immediately.
1
This-
week.
Yeah,
That's what feels so. There's nothing that feels sweeter about this thing, like sort of working, and I know it's going to work at scale. But the fact that it's already working, like, there's nothing sweeter than, like, just that guy telling me that it would take me 2 years and cost me $9,800 when it's taken me 2 weeks and cost me $0.
Yeah,
Like,
that's awesome.
You know, like, there's absolutely nothing better than that. But anyway, that's enough, Raz. I've done literally I've like explained the whole thing in 2 different.
That's really funny. We should find another one, like a sales, and
Dude,
record the call.
Down. I'm so down. This time I actually will. I have to figure out like what the law is regarding that. Like, do I have to ask him if I can record or? depends on the state, but it's the internet. So that guy was in Australia, you know, like, I don't know, like,
Yeah.
like, what? I can look it up though. People do that type of shit, so maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe I just post it anyway, and maybe it's not monetizable, but maybe it's not like can't get taken down.
Yeah, or maybe like where you could blur his face or something. That probably covers.
Yeah, I could probably that covers your maybe. I don't want to put him on blast. The dude was a good salesman, and he was. I could see how he'd be a good life coach. He described himself as a life coach as well.
Yeah, but he's tricking like probably 18-year-old guys into spending all their money to do this bullshit.
Yeah,
That's not going to work.
Yeah, so he's not an ethical life coach, but I could definitely see him being like very supportive of whatever terrible decisions you wanted to make and being very good at getting you to do them. Fucking A.
Probably good.
But thank you, everybody. It's been fun. It's been sweet. It's been nothing but sugar and spice and everything nice. And a little bit of that chemical X to keep you on your toes.
Remember.
Just a pinch of chemical X.
And
I'm gonna
remember.
change the podcast to Chemical X with recent J.
And just a little bit of that chemical X.
Chemical X.
All right, later Xers.
Later, exit. Later, Powerpuff Girls. That's our time. All right, peace, everyone.
Remember to subscribe to Chemical X for only $600 a month.
Yeah.
Learn how to get your podcast off the ground. Within 4 years, you may have a podcast.
Within 4 years and spending an extra $10,000 on top of the $6,800 you spend with us, you'll be Chemical X.
Learn how to upload on Spotify and do this with your arm.
Learn how to navigate the app Spotify to upload. Okay, anyway, thank you, everybody.
Peace.